Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we are going to look at the hero spotlight for Tricky, the caster of the Children of the Forest faction. So let's get into it and see what this fat rabbit is capable of. So going over Tricky's stats, his hit points come in at 1.7 million, speed 211, armor 12k, magic damage resistance 36k, basic damage 123k, critical hit chance 26, and critical damage 244k. Going over his stats in more details, you guys can pause this wherever you want and have a look at anything in particular that is your fancy. There you go. Okay, so we'll jump into Arena, see what his abilities look like and what they do, and how you could potentially use him if he is a usable character. Looking at Tricky's basic attack, Heavy Dope Slap, which is by far my most favorite named ability in the game now, damages one target, has a 20% chance per Woodland Guardian ally to decrease targets, and an extra 2 targets damage output by 33% for 2 turns. So we'll go ahead and look at the animation now. We'll use it on Danae. As you can see, her attack was decreased as well, and Abaddon's, and I believe Troran's was, but he had the debuff protection on him, so that got rid of that. So pretty cool. Basic attack decrease on damage is always good. However, it needs the Woodland Guardians to have a 100% chance. And at the moment, there are only 3. You've got Pride, Stealthy, and Tricky. So you are not going to have a 100% chance for this effect to land. It also triggers the caster class mark. Moving on to Tricky's first special ability, Dreamcatcher. Increases own fortitude by 40%, has a 20% chance per Woodland Guardian ally that the next healing for all allies will be 50% more effective, has a 20% chance per Woodland Guardian ally to block debuffs being cast on allies for 2 turns. So we're going to go ahead and use the ability, look at the animation. Okay, pretty cool. His little Dreamcatcher staff glows, some white misty stuff comes out, awesome. It's a good ability. The protect from debuffs is always good for 2 turns. There are a lot of debuffs that can bend you over in this game, so that is going to be a bonus for you. What are the negatives? The negatives at the moment, and I'll repeat this in the next special ability as well, is that there are only 3 Woodland Guardian allies in the game at the moment, so the best chance you have of this ability working is 60%. The game desperately needs the 100%. This is why RNG is horrible. But it is the way it is. So what are the ways to get around this? Not really anything until either. And I'm just assuming this is how it's going to be. But I'm assuming that Dreverard and Cathbad need to be turned into Woodland Guardians. That will allow you to get rid of Sabretooth and Lucky. But to be honest, the Woodland Guardians faction or Brotherhood is a weird one because technically all the Children of the Forest are Woodland Guardians. So I don't understand how that's going to work. Brotherhoods are meant to be cross-faction things. It's meant to involve a lot of different characters. So if Druids and Children of the Forest are going to be the only faction, there could be some cool combos. To be honest, if they made all Druids Woodland Guardians as well, then maybe you could get some better use out of this. But I'll talk about that more towards the end. Other than that, at the moment, this Woodland Guardian trait is not very effective in the game. So in terms of being useful, Tricky's use isn't super high at the moment. Looking over Tricky's second special, we have Nightmare Maker. Triggers the caster class mark, deals damage to all enemies, has a 20% chance per Woodland Guardian ally to stop enemies from casting buffs for 3 turns. If Tricky's fortitude has been increased by the Dreamcatcher ability, it will be impossible to dodge this attack, and debuffs cast cannot be blocked by fortitude. After the attack, the buff cast by the Dreamcatcher ability will be removed. So we'll go ahead and look at the animation. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. There's a little drumming sound. It's got a bit of a Jumanji theme to it. I really like it. And as you can see, Stealthy was getting a fair few support attacks off there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the ability itself is pretty good. To be able to block buffs for 3 turns is not something to laugh at. It is pretty solid. I'm curious to see if that would work against Barbarians and preventing rage stacks. I don't think it would, but it would be interesting to see. Overall, however, the faction is still pretty useless. It is an RNG faction. It hasn't got the full potential yet unlocked. Your chance of landing these abilities are 60%, which is not a good statistic. You don't want to run a team of 60% chances. It's just not good. So they really need more not children of the forest, sorry, woodland guardians in the game at the moment. To be honest, this ability, and stealthy and pride as well, not only tricky, they should all run off both woodland guardians and children of the forest. Children of the forest should be buffing these abilities as well, giving them a chance to proc. I don't know why it doesn't. Other than that, I feel like the woodland guardian brotherhood is going to try and phase out lucky, so they won't want you to use lucky on the team. Your primary will be pride, tricky, stealthy, and assuming that the druids are released into the game with the new brotherhood as well, so that's Cathbad and Dreverard getting the brotherhood, that wouldn't be too bad. Since Pride is more a damage dealer than he is a tank, you might be able to set him up more if you have a Dreverard on the team. And Cathbad isn't a horrible healer as well. However, adding Cathbad to the Brotherhood means that his ability to resurrect should be altered as well, so he can resurrect Woodland Guardian characters. If that isn't the case, then you're taking away a lot of his strength, and the faction is still going to be pretty weak. Not to mention, there are still druids to come out, so they could also be part of the Woodland Guardian faction as well. And I believe there is still another Child of the Forest to come out. I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think the range damager, because Stealthy is the rogue. Am I wrong? I can't even remember. There are still characters to come out. So the Children of the Forest, not Children of the Forest, Woodland Guardian Brotherhood does have potential. It really needs some key characters though, because at the moment it's just RNG and they do not have the sustainability of other factions. So the potential is there. Will Playcott take that though and use it, or will they just make it another faction that falls and just becomes a Clan Wars defense team that no one really cares about? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself. Unless you sue, watch yourself, watch your back. I'm on to you.